What's going on, everyone? This is Runite Gaming. My name is Rune, and welcome to Tactics Ogre: The Knight of Lodis. This is an old Game Boy Advance game from 2001, as you can see in the bottom there. Just before we start off, I just want to say that the first couple episodes of this, if you're not really into lore games, so games with a lot of talking and stuff, the first maybe 1 or 2 episodes of this will be heavily based upon talking and them just explaining the storyline. So if you want to excuse me, just skip all that, I will leave an annotation somewhere on the screen that will bring you to the video that will start off with all the action and all the how do I say this, all the gameplay that starts off that's more interesting, where I get control of my own army instead of mostly the tutorial. I was talking too long in this, I decided to redo it, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to start out. But yeah, so this game is, as I said, a lot of talking, so I'm just going to read it all. Or I can't. I don't have time for that, Richter. I'm more concerned with my new family name. When I hear the name Lohia, it just doesn't sound right. I'd rather it hadn't changed at all. Come on, don't be so cold. Once our ship departs, you won't be able to see her for a while. So I'm in case you're wondering, the guy in the blue hair, that's us. We're finally leaving. It'll be my first time abroad. And the guy with the cape and him, Richter. Richter is a, I guess he's like our captain or whatnot. I'm not sure if I can skip this exact. Oh. Yeah, I skipped it. Okay, so, yes, whatever. In case you're wondering, we're talking to a fortune teller now. So I'm just going to name myself. Where's U? U-N-E. There we go. Yeah, Rune's fine. That's what I wanted. Put in birthday. Okay, well, let's just do this. Some of that, some of this. There we go. That's good. Whatever that is. Ratio 22. Okay, that is perfect. I don't know what that is, but 6 fates determine your path in life, whispering in the recesses of your mind. They take form and scream out, "Let it begin!" So this part here takes a while. Probably take about 5 minutes just for this to finish. You can skip ahead if you don't want to watch it, or like I said, there will be an annotation in the beginning of the video. Bear which burden? The burden of sacrifice. There'll be an annotation in the beginning of the video, or I'll just carry it on through the whole video. That will bring you to the video that I upload next. That will have most action. And if you're watching this for the very first time and if there's no annotation, that's because that video isn't up yet, and I apologize. Walk with which path? The path of freedom. Yeah, that's right. I'm the new William Wallace. If you don't get that reference, I feel bad for you. I got 99 problems, but freedom ain't one. What now? Design which plan? The plan for prosperity, I guess. Apparently doing this stuff here actually determines what kind of army you get, but I don't know. It's never happened to me, so I always got the same thing. Swear which oath? The oath of purity. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. The leader asks, share which vision? The vision of bliss. I'm trying to be a prosperous and good ruler, but you know, sometimes you gotta put your foot down, you gotta kill. In case you're wondering, no matter what you choose, these statues all show up the same. Shape which future? A future of peace. That's what we need in life. Alrighty. What we get here? What's going on? I broke the world. I guess I divided by 0. A new day dawns as roots dig deep into the earth and water flows from its source. In case you guys are wondering, if you hear that noise right there, that's my headset. When I move my head, it makes like a crinkling noise. I'm not sure why. Just do your best to ignore it. I know it's very unnerving and annoying, but I can't help it. It happens when I move my face. Many years ago, the Lodis Empire began its imposition of Lodiism. Troops from Gallius advanced into the regions that resisted. Don't resist, man. It was more of an invasion than a reformation. Yeah, Lodis wasn't very friendly people. More conflicts erupted as these territories were conquered, not terrorists. That's today's day and age, though. We got a lot of terrorists. That's for sure. But some countries submitted and accepted Lodis's conditions. Yeah, they avoided their towns being burnt and etc. Although supervised by Lodis, they were able to maintain autonomy. Look at all those knights. The Empire also pledged support if problems were to arise. Some rulers chose to surrender to avoid pointless sacrifice. This part here saddens me. This little girl is literally either looking at her dad or her mom or her brother. It was no surprise that they made that decision. And it starts to rain, so she drags the little teddy bear off and goes away. Although that did not stop small conflicts from occurring. However, compared to the rest of the era, it was a time of peace. This scene looks so peaceful. The peace is just emanating off their dead corpses. It's amazing. I don't know why, but when I talk, if I had a face cam you could see, but when I talk I pick a pen up and I kind of just point it at the screen. I feel like I'm teaching you something, but you can't see my movements, so it's kind of pointless. Presented by Atlas USA. Lightning. And except from an Ogre Battle Sega. The Ogre Battle Sega. The Knight of Lodis. Apologize for the sniffles, I'm just getting over a cold. I was in Florida and I guess I picked something up there. Beautiful weather though, that's for sure. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, this is a, okay. Looks like we're on a boat. And I'm assuming we've set anchor because of the storm. But, oh, here comes Richter. What's he got to say? Richter, we won't make it to the island like this. The ship can be repaired, but it may take a while. Okay, so we've taken damage. How about the captain? He said we should wait for the storm to settle first. So in other words, he's getting drunk. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do in a situation like this. I didn't think the stormy season would come so soon. Our ship has been drifting for so long that I haven't a clue where we are. We should be thankful that the ship didn't sink. Soldier. Commander! What's happening? We're being attacked! We have no idea who they are or what they want. Well, let's just kill them. No way! At a time like this? Oh yeah! Get pumped. That crest, those clothes. You must be from Lodis. I'm sorry, but we can't let you land on this island. Die here! Who are you? What do you want with us? We're hired men. We were told to give the knights from Lodis a warm welcome. Winning condition, defeat the leader. Battle, start. Don't worry about them all, just defeat the leader. You see now, as I said when this started, the first little bit is boring for this exact reason. I only get to control myself, everyone else is just guests. Some of them have bows. An arrow could come from any direction, be alert. So yeah, they all control themselves, whereas I'm only able to control me. But as the game progresses, and after I think a few battles, I get control of my own army, with the exception of 1 or 2 people being AI controlled. But that doesn't matter. Yeah, I know how to play the game. I've played this game many a time. Oddly enough, I've never actually beaten it. I just played it. I know what to do, computer. There we go. Enemy phase. See, look, there's a kid among these glorious knights. I wish we had a yeah, I'm a true knight. Blah blah. Calm down. Yeah, whatever. I'll flare my temper if I want. I'm not scared. I'll kill you. Anyway, I wish games had the option to skip the tutorial back then, but it was sort of a mandatory thing. Like, I'd skip this right now if I could. It's not only is it boring, but I know how to play the game. This is probably one of my favorite games. I'm really into like the whole strategy thing, but I don't know if anyone else is. I mean, if you're watching this, you must be into it too. If you got this far, I condone you. I congratulate you, and you've you know, maybe you should leave a little like and subscribe if you have actually made it this far into this video. If not, I sincerely hope you watch the others. This series will be getting directly into some drama, and you know, it's a pretty good game. Things happen. It's storyline's pretty good, and needless to say, you should watch the whole thing. And if this series is popular enough, this game has replay value, so I can replay it and choose different actions and pretty much have almost a completely different storyline aside from the main idea of it. There are parts in the game where you get to choose to take a certain person, leave them behind, etc., and that will affect what happens, who you get, and you know, your actions affect the game, is what I'm trying to say. Don't blindly rush, work together. I love where he says, don't blindly rush the enemy, but he always goes head on into them. Every time. They always move in the exact same spot there. You can pause the game by any time. Once paused, you can suspend play. Okay. Alright. I can't really attack anyone over there, so I'm just going to come right over here and attack this guy in red. I was never quite sure what that arrow on the top did. I always go for the maximum attack, but I don't think it really does anything. Yes, experience points, and we level up as we go on. It's one of those games, I know. I feel like any game you played as a child always has a nostalgic effect on you, and then when you replay it as you're older, it just seems all the more intense and like satisfying because you played it when you were younger. I love this game like so much. I even have this game on my phone and I play it every now and then too. Bill Nye the Nazi Spy is now playing. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping nothing would pop up, but it's my fault for not signing out of Steam. Apologize for that. But we now know that Bill Nye is in fact a Nazi spy. So it was a proven fact, so. Okay, now these guys are gonna do their turn. He's gonna cast some magic. Richter! Fire the bow of lightning. And he missed. Well, I applaud you, sir, but you failed. This guy's an archer, so he uses bow. Attack. It's very, I'm not sure if after the editing and wherever you watch is from, so if you're watching it mobile, this won't be as pixelated, but if you're watching it on a rather large screen, it will be pixelated. For me, it's quite 8-bit-esque, I would say, because, well, for one, these games were never intended to, who should I attack? Well, next turn they might kill you, so I'm just gonna, either way I can't do 47 damage, I'm just gonna come over here and attack this girl, or guy, sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, these games were never intended to be played on a screen bigger than like 2 inches by 2 inches, so when they're enlarged like this, they get very pixelated. I mean, editing this into a 1080p video it'll only do so much, but regardless of that, it's still a pretty fun game. Okay, so I believe once this guy's done moving, we'll be able to get attack, and then we should be able to kill him. Oh man, Richter! Ah, seriously, I wanted to get the finishing kill on him, finishing hit, because then I would have got the experience and I would have been able to level up. Why did you? Come on, Richter! What are you doing? By clearing the stage, you're blah blah. I know. You get loot and etc. No goths, so no money, but we get a Francisca, which is a weapon. The axe the bandit was using. Looks like there's someone who doesn't want us here. Our presence was requested by the people of Answer. It must be forces. Haha! They don't got an answer why we were attacked. What? That was a bad joke. Okay, I know. That was terrible. Answer's in the south and Ranunculus in the north. Is the conflict between the two really that bad? It's more than a conflict. There's a sizable forest that separates them. I'm slurring my words. Winter snows block both land and sea routes. They've not associated with each other for 400 years. 400s of years, sorry, my bad. And then unexpectedly soldiers from the north cross the border? What is your father, the Duke of Felis, saying about this? To be honest, he doesn't seem very concerned. It's happened several times before, but he ignored the situation. This time, at the people's request, he finally decided to do something. I see. When I received these orders, I was surprised by how small our force was, and that most of the knights were inexperienced like me. My father didn't want to go to the trouble of sending the main forces, so he sent me to take care of things instead. Are you worried? Not really, just curious. Well, if we need more soldiers, we can just hire some. It's cheaper than sending reinforcements by ship. Since my father became the Duke, he's been very stingy. I don't have much admiration for him. Will you eventually go to the Gallius to become a priest of the Church of Lodis? I don't know anymore. My father wants me to inherit his position as Duke of Felis so that he can hold the reins of power even in retirement. By the way, didn't you say that you visited Ovis before? I was only a child, I can barely remember. Enough chit-chat! Watch out! Here! Oh! Crossbow bolt to the chest. The soldier got in the way. Well, you dead now, boy. Watch out! Yeah, he did. Now I'm drowning. Find him! Rune! I remember one time I just wanted to test the game out, and I named my character A, just like a bunch of A's, and at that moment there, he was just going, ah! I thought it was pretty hilarious, but I mean, you know, to each their own. If you don't find it funny, then that's, I guess this wasn't your cup of tea. You know what? Oh! How do I pause this? I don't want to, there we go. I'm going to just pause that video right there. It's been going on for quite some time. If you're curious as to what happens, just watch the next one that should be out shortly. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I just made this YouTube channel, so any support would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, my name is Rune, this is Runite Gaming, and I sincerely hope you liked this video, and I'll see you next time.